And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And starting in this one, Bowden Francis.
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Throw to first.
Safe.
That's down and in. Francis, the tall righty, he features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a curve, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Rodriguez gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Let's go, Francis.
Next offering is down low. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
3 balls, no strikes.
Right down to shoot, and the count is 3-1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 3-2 now.
If you were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
Cal Raleigh digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fought off foul. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one missed. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Lifted in the air, right center field. Santander settles underneath it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. And first offering is fouled off. Ball one there. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two outs. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that's a foul ball.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And the inning is over. One left for Seattle. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, getting the nod in this one, Logan Gilbert.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bo Bichette, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering upstairs. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Throw over to Tellez. There to beat him by an eyelash. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Batting third, center fielder, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
There's the strike at the knees.
0-1.
Two out, space is empty. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
I guess you throw it that hard,
0-2
you
the count.
can Get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Outside low, and it's 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. And it chases that one. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley.
Luke Raley.
Francis back to work. Late on that fastball.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Next pitch misses. 1-2 the count. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
That one in the dirt. Full count now. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Rowdy Tellez stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1. Ball 2.
In the dirt. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Raley into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that's part of the risk when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Even as good as catchers are these days at blocking pitches, that one just got away enough, and that takes the double play opportunity away for now.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second. Next offering is in for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Raley stands at second with no outs. That one the other way. Slings it across. 1 out in the second.
Batting second baseman, Miles Mastrobuoni.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Mastrobuoni now at the plate. And a foul ball. Man at second. And that is out of play. No score here in the second. Inside, just missed. Next pitch is downstairs. Stays alive. One out and a runner at second. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike. 2 gone. Nice job behind the plate there.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Ben Williamson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Two outs and one in scoring position.
Ball inside.
Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-2. And that just misses. Right-hander kick steals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back now in Toronto. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. His 4th home run of the season, and that gives him a lead. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, but he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
And the batter is George Springer. Outside low. 1-0.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Pitch is in there. Strike 1. That one fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And a ball evens the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
The 1-0.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's in the dirt. Now 2-2. Hard hit left side. Crawford throws to first in time. 2 away.
Batting 7, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Tellez hauls it in to end the inning. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. And there's a foul ball.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
And that misses. And a count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the number 1 and letting it fly. I like it.
Yeah, me too, and I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
Rodriguez in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul straight back. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Now the number 2 hitter, Jorge Polanco. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Barger sizing this one up, and that is that. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now the 3rd baseman, Will Wagner. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
The 1-1.
That's a ball.
Outside with a breaking ball. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now for the Jays, Alan Roden. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 0-1.
Nope. Ball 1.
And there's a ball.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So the batting order turns over. Now here is Bo Bichette. 0 for 1 so far. On the ground right side, 4. It's in and out of his glove to Crawford for 1. On to Tellez, and the double play ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the fourth. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Little chopper rolls foul.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Foul ball still 0-2. And as well, lots of pop in that bet. So you combine the slug with really good defense. The 0-2.
Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
That's down and in. A slider missed. That one missed.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And a foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. Making 7 strikeouts for him.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already. So he's got a good pace going, no doubt. A Rosarena in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Out to short, Bichette. In the dirt, nice pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Stepping in, Luke Raley worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
No
Raley, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
So 2 down, and now the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. It's low and gets away. Grounded out his first time up.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
And that's in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Now 1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. He'll score, and they've tied it.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Miles Mastrobuoni up next for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1. And a strike in there.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Tellez at second with 2 down. Late swing, foul to the left. Here's the 0-2.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses, struck him out. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And midway in the 4th, all tied 1-1. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. He was all over that one. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
So up next, Anthony Santander. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that one ripped to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. And here is Andres Jimenez. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
In the air, left side. Arozarena sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Rodriguez settles under it, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. Still tied 1-1. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jacob Barnes.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's the third baseman, Ben Williamson. Struck out swinging his first time. Pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, these Mariners just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside.
wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through him for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. Struck out swinging his first time. In there for strike 1. In there at the knees. Activity in the bullpen. Easton Lucas. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Number 68 getting loose as well. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one. Getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
That's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And that's too high. Ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Polanco stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Rodriguez off of first with 2 away. That's down and in. A slider missed. Got him swinging. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Back now in Toronto. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the right fielder, Addison Barger.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. First time up was a pop out.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Will Wagner, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Line drive, fair ball. Here comes the throw, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
2 on, 1 out. Digging in, Alan Roden. In there at the knees, strike 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. 0 for 2 in this one. Squirts away a little bit. No movement on the base. It's ball 1. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Hammered on the line, base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring it back.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. First offering, and it just misses.
That's a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Ryan Wood appears to be getting loose. Bizzardo also getting ready. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Too low, and it's ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And they're all loaded up.
Take the base.
Up next for the Blue
And here
Jays,
comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Logan Gilbert is done, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Ryan Wu gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
So bases all loaded up. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Clips the outside corner. 0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Wagner at third. Bichette over at second. Guerrero on at first with 2 down. And ball 1. And it's even up. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Easton Lucas. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. And now for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slog is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Roden under it. And a quick out, number 1. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 5 on the season, and this game is tied. It's 2-2. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there, patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley. On the ground to first, and it stays fair.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Go ahead run on base. So here comes Rowdy Tellez. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Next offering misses, ball 2.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And that's in for a strike. And a breaking ball misses outside. Miles Mastrobuoni in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Three-one now. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Here's the pitch to Tellez. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, one out. Miles Mastrobuoni up next for the Mariners. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Line to right, base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. He's safe. It's 3-2.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Two on, one out. Ben Williamson up next for the Mariners, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's outside. Ball 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Up next for Seattle, shortstop J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And that one upstairs. Tellez at second. Mastrobuoni at first. 2 out of the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. That one to first, and that's a foul ball. Swung on, belted. That one carrying, and it is out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 6-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Easton Lucas departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New arm out of the bullpen, number 68. Back to the top of the order now. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. And that one fouled off. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. And we're the top half of the 6th.
Ball 1. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Roden settles under it. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Now a 6-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Andres Jimenez.
Get another one. Let's go,
Just missed.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
And fires in a fastball at 95. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Colin Snyder getting loose out there. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Up next for the
Here's George Springer.
designated hitter, George Springer.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. The Blue Jays down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. That's off the mark. Going to count 1 and 2. And they'll do it again. And that one is inside. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Addison Barger.
Addison Barger will hit next. Ground ball left side could be 2. To second, there's 1. On to Tellez, and the double play ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mariners 6 and the Blue Jays 2. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the Mariners DH, Jorge Polanco. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Raleigh in the box now. No balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. The other way. And base hit.
Now batting left fielder Randy Arozarena.
He was late there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Pitch misses outside. And it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Raleigh leads off first with 1 away. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. 1 at second. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mariners 6 and the Blue Jays 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. The Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
That one found hard the other way. Wu, 25 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021. Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Arozarena going back and is into the bullpen for a homer. His 2nd of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 6-3.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ryan Wu won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Casey Lawrence. He's into the game with the bases empty.
41. Casey Lawrence.
Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. He's 2 for 2. That's a little bit low. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run.
He's safe.
And that's his 3rd hit.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Alan Roden next up for the Blue Jays. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Tapped softly on the ground. Gets to it with a slide. There's
He's
one.
out.
To first, not in time. Great effort there.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. That one at the knees for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Second home run of the inning for him, and we are tied. It's 6-6.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Casey Lawrence out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Colin Snyder gets the call from the pen.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Both the infield and the outfield shifted over to the right. Outside low, and that's ball one. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Andres Jimenez. He's already homered here in this one. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! his second home run of the game, and that's how they take the lead. It's 8-6. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
One down. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, George Springer, 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. The next pitch misses. And 1-1. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Right side. Raley makes the play. And there are 2 down. Two down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Addison Barger. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off
No
speed
balls,
there.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. They bring 9 to the plate and 6 come around to score. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Blue Jays 8 and the Mariners 6. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jimmy Garcia. He's been so good against lefties.
Number 93, Jimmy Garcia.
Leading off, Luke Raley.
Right fielder, Luke Raley.
And that one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And now the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Nick Sandlin up and loosening in the pen. Hoffman, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Oh, and 2 now. Swing and a chopper out to short. On the run, sent it over to first, and it beats him. What a play.
Well, that was a good job to make sure he had a good handle on the baseball to get off a strong throw, and sometimes guys will rush that, and that's the difference. Right there, it ended up being a close play, but he got it.
And now it's Rowdy Tellez. Right through there for a strike. The Blue Jays holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Line drive. Santander tracks it down for the out.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Mastroboni in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And a curveball is just outside. Next offering down in the dirt. Two outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Blue Jays 8 and the Mariners 6. Ready for the bottom of the 8th, and now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. Snyder back to work. Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets it to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Blue Jays, 3rd baseman, Will.
So up next for Toronto, Will Wagner. 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
Let's go, Blue Jays. Come on, Toronto.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Fouled off left side. That one 95 to finish him off.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Roden stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Raleigh settles under this one and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They lead at 8-6. Jeff Hoffman on to try and close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down a win. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Now the 3rd baseman, Ben Williamson. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that is ball 1. There's a swing and a miss.
1-1.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. And there's a ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So digging in, J.P. Crawford. Swing and a bouncer. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So last chance for the Mariners. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
The M's down to their final strike. Outside low. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.